Thousands of dollars are yours to make. Just call the cards right and our bank you'll break. On Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much, and welcome to Card Sharks. Good to have you here. Got a good rhythm section over there on the beginning. Yes, I heard. And I must say, our opening poem need a little help with the rhythm. Just call the cards right or our bank you'll break. But it worked, and we thank Sue Rice of Irvine, California for that opening poem. Thank you, Sue. Now let's get to the cards. And ladies, if you will, start loading in the cards. You can see we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Marcia Malkoon, our champion. Hi, Marcia. Good to see you again.
Thank you. It's nice to be back again, Jim.
You are getting your real estate license,
I
right?
got it.
You got it?
It's in my possession.
So now you are ready to go
I
as a
sure
realist.
am. I can't wait.
That's super. And you've made a little money here to help your career along, right?
That doesn't bother me a bit.
$5,000 in cash in one show, our last show. You're a good player. Good to have you back. And it's nice to meet our challenger once again, Jenny Postlethwaite. Hi, Jenny. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
I must say, a lot of people commented on the fact that you, from Korea, marrying a fellow from Oklahoma, want to open a Chinese restaurant in where in Oklahoma?
Apopka City.
Apopka City.
There's all the folks that live there, and I love there. There's so wonderful air. It's clean, just really wonderful. So I decided to.
How do you think they'll go for Chinese food there?
Well, because I tasted the Mexican food. They have tacos. It was terrible, but that was a popular.
Oh.
So, you know, they like something new, you know, some new kind of food. So I figure, if I do good, I'm not here anymore.
Sure. Marcia, you and I will go eat there in the restaurant,
Sure,
right?
why not?
Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled. The players cut them before we go on the air. Marcia, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. Jenny, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. We play the best 2 out of 3, and as we left off, we are coming up to sudden death. Someone has to win the first game of the match with this play. Marcia, with 3 cards, Jenny needs 4. Control of that board is very important. This will decide it. Jenny, as we left off, the question goes to you. We asked 100 married women, is there a man in your romantic past who you still daydream about? How many women said, yes, there is?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, my husband, but I do sometimes. I even dream about it. And, well, but...
you may be opening that restaurant by yourself, Jenny.
But it's just a dream, it's not real. So,
true.
So I said about 45.
45 women have a man in their past they still daydream about.
Well, Jim, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this because my husband's going to watch. But yes, women do keep dreaming about certain past people. It does happen. And I'm going to say it's going to be much higher.
You even say higher than that? I must say, I talked to someone who I daydreamed about, and she said, Jim, who didn't even remember me. Marcia, if it's higher, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Jenny. And the actual number of married women who said there is a man in their romantic past who they still daydream about is 39. Not higher, Jenny. You were very close to having it right on.
Let's
Jenny,
go,
in
please.
sudden death.
Maybe lower.
You need, well, let me explain first quickly. You may not want to do this. I know you're looking at the king and saying lower.
But I love
Jenny,
it.
You've got an option. You need 4 cards and Marcia needs 3.
Oh, that's
you don't have to play it. You can force her to play it. Your decision. What are you going to do?
Well, yes, I like to pass to nice Marcia. Sorry, Marcia.
Oh, now that that's been explained to you, that king doesn't look so good if you got to go all the way to here, right?
Right.
Marcia, you've got to turn over 3 cards. 1 mistake. Jenny wins the first game of the match. Get them all, and you've got the game. You have a 10. You cannot change it. You didn't win the question. Call this.
Jim, I'm going to say lower.
Lower than a 10. It is a 7.
I got to say higher, Jim.
Higher than a 7. Yes, with an 8. Lower for the win. It is, and Marcia turns over 3 cards to win it. Wow. Game 1 of the champion. We'll have game 2 coming up right after this commercial break. Our champion, Marcia Malkoon, made a great... Somebody went, yep, you can go yep. We don't mind. Go ahead, go yep. What the heck? Marcia made a great comeback, and as game one, Jenny setting up for game two. Same two decks of cards. And Jenny, the pressure's on you now. You need this one. Marcia, question to you. Our man on the street went to Spain, where he asked 100 men in Madrid, do you think men understand politics better than women? How many Spanish men said men do understand politics better?
I think it's going to be high. Spanish men keep their women ignorant if they can. They have a different way of life. It's going to be 66.
66 Spanish men think men are more politically aware, Jenny.
Well, I've been grown at Korea, and they certainly, the women are just staying in their kitchen, no nothing. But men are very more like interested in politics. But it's Spain, but I think it's all about the same. But I'm still going to go say a little bit lower.
Even lower.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The actual number of Spanish men who said men understand politics better than women is 92. It's not lower. Marcia, you're right. Oh, but they don't give the women too much credit over there. Marcia, you're starting off with an 8.
Hey, I'd like to change that, Jim.
You won the question. You have the right to change it to a queen.
Oh,
Good
that's
change.
much better. Okay, Jim, I want to go lower.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no, a king. A break for Jenny. A free chance to play a queen.
Wait, that's good card. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, with an 8.
I'm going to freeze right there.
Freezing it, taking that one card advantage as we fill in the space for Marcia. The question to you, Jenny. We asked 100 women, have you ever seen the inside of a men's room? How many women said yes, they have?
I tell you the truth, I sometimes like to go even sneak up. Once I did barge into the men's room, and there was nobody there, fortunately. But
how many of those women have seen the inside of a men's room besides you, Jenny?
all right, I'm gonna say about 63.
63 women have seen the inside of the men's room, Marcia.
Jim, I don't see very well, and I have walked into a men's room more than once to my embarrassment. But I think most people see better than I do. I think it's a little bit lower.
Lower. The actual number of women who have seen the inside of a men's room is 81, not lower, Jenny. That doesn't surprise me. I think curiosity alone, they'd probably do a little peeking.
Well,
Jenny, you've got an 8.
Let's shove it off. I want a new one. New card.
Changing the 8 to... I didn't know what you meant by shove it off. Keep going. Changing the 8 to a 4.
Good card. Good card. I want this gonna be higher.
Higher than a 4. Oh, no, another 4. It is not higher, and Marcia plays off the queen to call this.
Okay, Jim, lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, with a 5.
Okay, higher.
Higher than a 5. It is a 10.
Oh, freeze.
Freezing. Marcia needs 2 cards. Jenny needs 3. Question to you, Marcia. We asked 100 first graders. Do you know what your dad does for a living? How many first graders knew what their father did for a living?
I think a lot of them, I knew when I was in first grade what my daddy did, and I was proud of it. So I'll say 65.
65 first graders knew what their dad did for a living.
I'm sorry, Jim. I couldn't hear your voice. Would you repeat that question, please?
Yeah. We asked first graders, do you know what your dad does for a living? 100 first graders. How many first graders did know what their father did for a living?
First grade kids, they know everything. They probably know everything more than we think they are. So they probably know that what their dad's doing, if the dad's not doing any bad. But I think they're probably good at know what their father's doing.
Marcia says 65.
So I'm gonna go a little higher.
Higher than 65.
Just a little bit, teeny higher.
Teeny higher.
Yes.
The actual number of first graders who knew what their dad does for a living is 73. It's a teeny higher, Jenny. You've got control of the 4.
That's good card. I'm going to play, and it's gonna be higher.
Higher than a 4. This time it is with a jack.
Good card. And it's gonna be lower.
Lower than a jack. No, a queen. Jenny, you have bad luck with those cards. And a break for Marcia with a 10. Call this.
Jim, I'm gonna have to say lower.
Lower than a 10. It is a 9.
Oh. I'm gonna say lower.
You're going to go for it. For 2 in a row in the championship, lower than a 9. Marcia, you took a chance and it paid off. Jenny, thank you for joining us. Good luck. That's nice. Thank you for joining us. Good luck with the restaurant.
Thank you very much.
Jenny Postlethwaite. Bye-bye, Jenny. Come on down here, Marcia. Well, Marcia got $5,000 the last time on the money cards. Maybe she'll do as well or better right after this commercial break. Back with our champion, Marcia Malkoon, who already has $5,200. You had super good luck with those cards over there.
I sure did. I can't believe it. I'm happy about that.
Well, let's see if we can top it off now with some good money cards. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, Marcia. Keep that luck going right now. At least $5,000, maybe more. That's the way to do it. $200, you just won in the game, yours to keep. New money to play with. You're going to bet it. $200 on the bottom level we give you in 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we'll give you another $200 in betting money and 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must bet at least half the money. We're all with you. Here's $200. As in the game, Marcia, you have a choice of 2 base cards to start with here. Remember, you can change your base card if you'd like on the second level, and you can change it if you need to for the big bet. Right now, you're starting with a 9. Do you want it?
Oh, I'd like to change that, please.
You must play this one. Next card off the top of the deck is a 4.
Oh, that's
Good
much
change.
better. Okay. I'll bet $100 that it's higher.
Half the money, $100. Higher than a 4? Yes.
Oh,
Jack.
okay.
$300.
Okay, I'll bet $200 that it's lower.
$200 lower than a jack, and it is very much lower with a 3.
I'll bet all of it higher.
The whole thing, $500 higher than a 3. Yes, with an 8. $1,000 on the bottom level. Up
Okay.
goes the 8. We'll give you $200 more. You've got $1,200. I don't think I even have to ask you about that 8.
Change it, change it.
Getting rid of that card in the middle, changing it to, another 8. Now you're right up the middle with an 8. Be
Okay.
careful. You've got $1,200.
Jim, $200 that it's lower.
A big bet on an 8. She thinks it's lower. I hope she's right. Lower?
Yes!
With a 4. Better card and $1,400.
Oh, 14. Okay. $600 that it's higher.
$600 higher than a 4. It is a 9. $2,000, but again, we're looking at a middle card.
Okay, $300 lower.
How many, Marcia?
300 lower.
$300 lower than a 9. No, it's a 10.
That's okay.
It's the first one that failed you, but up goes the 10. Do you want it for the big bet?
I think I would like to change that, please.
All right, big change. I hope it's a good one. You've got good betting money. Changing it to...
Oh, great card! Okay.
You must bet at least $850. You have $1,700 and a 3, Marcia.
All of it higher.
The whole thing.
All of it higher.
Trying to double $1,700. All or nothing. Higher than a 3. Yes! Yes, indeed. $8,400. We're going to double that $1,700. Come on down here, Marcia. Good job on that. $3,400, $200 in the game. The other win, $8,600.
That is fantastic. That is a lot of money.
You're a good player. We'll meet a new challenger right after this. Okay, Marcia, doing well. The time to defend the title. 2 brand new decks of cards and a new challenger on Card Sharks. Hello, Lilia Bromley.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you bouncing out here happily.
I'm
Good.
excited.
Good, that's nice. It should be fun for you. Whether you win money or not, we want you to have a
sure.
good time. Tell us about yourself.
Well, my name's Lilia Bromley, and I'm a Clerk's Helper Trainee Instructor.
Clerk's Helper Trainee Instructor.
For a major supermarket chain in Southern California. I have a beautiful little 2-year-old son, and I just ran the mile in 5.52.
That is super. And you also have very pretty green eyes, Lilia. I hope that shows up on television.
Contact lens.
Contact lenses. Well, you're certainly going to be honest. There's no doubt about that. Good to have you here. Good luck. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Marcia, the red cards, the upper cards. And Marcia, we asked 100 married women across the United States. Right now, are there any dirty dishes in your sink? How many women said, yes, there are?
Well, I'm very fastidious, and there aren't any in mine, but I know a lot of slobs. 50...
In other words, if they don't do it your way, they're slobs.
That's right, that's right. 55.
55 have dirty dishes in the sink, Lilia.
Well, I think anybody that has a family always has dirty dishes in the sink, and I'm going to say it's higher.
Higher. Would you call them slobs if they did, Lilia?
No, because I'm one of them.
Well, the actual number of married women who had dirty dishes in their sink is 43, not higher. Marcia. Marcia has that first control of the board and a look at an 8.
I would like to change that card, please.
Changing the 8 to a 5.
Oh, that's much better. I'll go higher.
Higher than a 5. Yes,
Oh,
with an
great
ace.
card. Okay, lower.
Lower than an ace. It is a 7.
I'll freeze.
Freezing when she gets near that middle card. Question 2 to you, Lilia. We asked 100 pediatricians. Have you ever told a kid this won't hurt when you knew it really would? How many pediatricians admitted they had?
Well, I know that I've taken my little son to the doctor, and he said, this won't hurt, and we knew the truth. So I'm going to say 43.
43 pediatricians have said this will hurt when it really wouldn't, or it wouldn't when it really
Well,
did.
Jim, doctors are notorious for lying, and they know it. It's got to be higher.
Higher than that.
Yes.
The actual number of sneaky pediatricians who told a kid this won't hurt when they knew it really would is 16. It's not higher. Lydia. Hey, they're a little more honest with the kids. That's kind of nice that they're that honest with them. Lilia, you're starting with a 7.
Change it.
Very quickly changing the 7 to a jack.
All right,
Good check.
lower.
Lower than a jack. No, a queen. It's not lower. A chance for Marcia to play off a 7.
I'll say higher.
Higher than a 7? No, she couldn't take advantage of it with a 3. We'll fill in the spaces. Question 3 to you, Marcia. We asked 100 married men. Which does your wife do more often? Flatter you or criticize you? How many men said their wife flatters them more often?
Well, if you ask my husband, he'd say I criticize, even though I don't think I do. So I think, how many men flatter more often? 33.
33 men said their wife flatters them more often.
Well, I think that people do criticize too much, and I think they should be nicer, but I think maybe just a teensy bit higher.
Higher. Do you criticize, Lilia?
I try to flatter.
Oh.
I like good presents.
Okay, the actual number of lucky men who said their wife flatters them more often than she criticizes them is 58. It is higher, yes. And isn't that nice? It means that more than half flatter more than criticize. That's rather nice. You got a jack, Lilia.
Lower.
Want to play the jack lower? This
All
time
right,
it is
higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes, an 8.
Oh, freeze.
Freezing it, we've got a tie as each player needs 2 cards. We're at sudden death. Someone must win with this play of the cards. Lilia, we asked 100 pregnant women. Do you have cravings for foods like ice cream or pickles? You've always heard that cliche. How many pregnant women said yes, they do have cravings for ice cream or pickles?
My husband got up many times at 3 o'clock in the morning and went to D's and got me a tapioca royale. So I'm going to say probably about 68.
68 have cravings for ice cream or pickles.
Gee, I've never been in that situation, so I have to go by my friends. I'll think it's a little bit lower.
Lower than that.
Yeah.
Well, the actual number of pregnant women who really do have cravings for foods like ice cream or pickles is 33. It's lower. Marcia. We're at sudden death. Marcia, you need 2 cards. Lilia needs 2. Your decision, play it or pass it.
I'm going to play it myself, Jim, and I would like to change the card.
You're going to do it yourself, so this is an important change. The 7 becomes a jack.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, lower.
If you get them both, you've won the game. One mistake, and Lilia wins the first game of the match. Lower? Yes, with a 9.
I gotta go lower.
Lower than a 9 for the win. No, it's not lower. And Lilia wins game number 1 in sudden death. You had a tough card. You go with that last one, the 9 there, Marcia. That's a chance you take. We'll set up for game 2 with the same 2 decks of cards, and Lilia has game number 1. Marcia, we start off now as we start the next question to you. Marcia, we polled 100 Las Vegas showgirls and asked them, is it important that the man you marry be rich? How many showgirls said, yes, that's important?
Well, I don't seem to know too much about Las Vegas showgirls, but I would say probably 42 because a lot of them wouldn't be interested in money and all that kind of stuff. They'd want to change.
But 42 want them to be rich. Lilia?
Well, I think money speaks, and I think it's higher.
Higher. The actual number of showgirls who said it is important that the man they marry be rich is 27, not higher. Marcia. Oh, that's nice to know. Marcia, you're starting off with a 3.
Good card, Jim. I'll go higher, please.
Higher than a 3. It is a 6.
Let me try higher again.
Gonna risk it. Higher than a 6? No, a 2. Not higher, and a break for the challenger. Lilia, you're starting with a king.
All right, lower.
Lower than a king, a 7. Freezing it. And Lilia has a 1-card advantage as we fill in the spaces. We'll take time out for this commercial message. Just enough time to wish you a good day. We'll see you next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive Philco's 25-inch color TV, quality and beauty in Mediterranean styling, genuine pecan veneers and hardwood solids, featuring Color-Right automatic picture control system furnished by Philco Consumer Electronics. And some of our contestants will receive Jovan. Introducing exhilarating, vibrant, vital Jovan Sports Sense for him, for her, because life is a contact sport. And the versatile West Bend Pizza Baker and Grill not only bakes delicious pizza, it grills and warms as well. Features non-stick surface and variable temperature control. And from Tally Industries, West Clock's new compact battery-operated AM/FM mini clock radio, built-in antenna, perfect for travel, home, office by West Clocks. And Dundee Fantastic Sowl Collection, created and beautifully designed for today's fashion trends. Dundee blends beauty and excitement to enhance the decor of the bathroom. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.